Guys, we're back. CJaction show with our special guest, Fred Guerin, G Money. I'm going to read to you.
Good people.
I know today is International Women's Day, so I'm going to read to you what Time Magazine says about it. I got to put the old man specs on because I'm old. If y'all don't like it, fuck that.
What they talking about, Time Magazine?
This is Time Magazine's article about celebrating International Women's Day today. It says, what's the difference between the metoo and Time's Up movement? I'll just read the first paragraph. It says, Thursday, March 8th, it's International Women's Day, but 2017 and 2018 could each arguably be called the Year of the Women. The groundbreaking anti-sexual assault and women's empowerment movements, Me Too and Time's Up, upended the public conversation about women's issues around the world and elevated the global consciousness surrounding the obstacles women encounter in their daily lives, both personal and professional. The Me Too movement has become a worldwide phenomenon, searched on Google in 196 countries in the past year. The culture shift has been palpable. For the first time ever, the world has been put on notice that these once fledgling women's movements were not to be ignored, and people started to listen. What do you think about that, G Money?
Well, let me ask you a question. Didn't the women's movement start right after the civil rights movement?
Yeah, but that was the women's liberation movement. But
okay,
now,
so that wasn't part of that?
No, this is
That was what, basically about the workforce and
equal rights.
Equal rights.
Equal pay.
Equal rights, equal pay.
But now there's a focus on
So this is focusing on what?
Sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me just say this. You and I both know, as men, we can't relate to sexual harassment like a female can.
Right.
And it's wrong for me as a man to say if a woman is being sexually harassed or not, just like it's wrong for a white person to say if I'm being discriminated against or not.
Because we don't know what it's like.
Exactly.
And I'm sure I've been guilty of it myself, even if it's saying something in a platonic way.
Right.
Good morning. Hey, you look nice today. Hey, I like your hair. I always compliment a woman on her hair. But some women may take offense to that. Hey, I like your dress. Hey, you look nice today. There are certain lines that some women think that you have crossed. Not all of them.
Right. So, in a way, a lot of these movements is really killing chivalry.
You can say that. You can say, well, you know.
Let me play devil's advocate, Big C. Now, for our viewers who are listening and watching, let me say this. If a woman is being sexually harassed, it is her duty to speak out against it.
Right.
And tell somebody what's going on. Especially in the workplace. Because it makes it a very hostile environment. But you and I too, and I'm pretty sure you could agree, many of men met their wives at work and are still married, have a great relationship, a great union, a great family.
True, but now the dynamics have changed. I remember when I was at work, I would often, I grew up being chivalrous. I said, my father taught me, open the door for your mother, open the door for your sister, whether it's a car door, whether it's
It's always be a gentleman. Always be a gentleman when you're dealing with women.
So I used to work downtown Atlanta, and whenever I would go to lunch with the ladies, they have these nice eclectic restaurants downtown where you can go. But as we're walking out, I would go and attempt to open the door. The ladies said, no, you gotta open the door for me. I don't need no man to open the door for me. I said, no. This is how you are supposed to be treated. I cherish you as my queen, as a black woman. I'm doing this for you because this is my role in society. This is my gender role to open the door for you. That doesn't mean that you're subservient, or you're less, or you're beneath me.
Or
this is what you should expect of me.
Or you want anything sexual.
I don't want anything from you. This is what I would do for my mother, my sister, my daughter, my niece. This is what I'm supposed to do. My gender role is a man as the protector, as the hunter, as the gatherer, whatever those gender roles are that are defining of men. This is what I attempted to do. But the ladies would become very offended. Now, you don't have to do that for me. I can open the door for myself. And I tried to explain to them, no. I'm not trying to patronize you. I'm doing what you should expect of me to do.
Right, as a man.
But that makes me think, when you go out with your husband, when you go out on dates with men, and you pull up to the restaurant, you pull up to the movies, do you just get out the car? Or do you allow the man to come around and open the car door for you? No, I just get on out the car. No, you wait for that man to park the car, get out, walk around, and open the door for you.
Right.
Ain't no man got to do that for me. I said, no, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. So it has started to kind of mess up chivalry. You can't be chivalrous. As a matter of fact, when I was in the workplace, I didn't even want to look at a woman. Not since last year and this year, because the climate has changed. I didn't want to look at them. I didn't want to talk to them. They came in at something that I thought maybe was inappropriate as far as their dress, maybe a little too tight for the workplace. I didn't say anything. I didn't comment on it. But
they
I
can
didn't
flip
even
it.
look at it. No.
They can flip it on you.
Yeah. So I didn't say anything.
They can flip it on you.
Shit, I didn't even want to look. I wanted to look. Cause I'm a man. I wanted to look. Hell, I wanted to touch.
Right. I get it.
It was enticing. If you come over, man, you bring them a spreadsheet. I used to do budgets and budget analysis. You bring them a spreadsheet. You got a low-cut blouse. You got a tight skirt on. You're bending over. Hey, CJ, I want you to look at this.
Showing cleavage.
I'm turning my head.
Oh, you turn the other way?
Yeah. Because normally I would look at you, and you look at me. I know what you're doing. I know this is suggestive behavior. But no. I turn my head.
Right.
So, is there a double standard?
Absolutely.
Now, I'm pretty fit. I would go to work sometimes. If I took off my suit jacket and my shirt was a little fitted.
And the
pants
pecs and the delts and the thighs and showing through your shirt.
Now, I was told at one time, hey, CJ, can you put your jacket back on because your muscles are distracting.
Really?
Yeah.
But they would never tell that. I remember one time when I was working in Kuwait as a military contractor, a young lady told our supervisor she needed to leave because of women problems. All right, I don't want to touch it. Go. So jokingly, the next day I say, hey, senior sergeant, because I was a sergeant there. Hey, senior sergeant, I think I'm gonna take the day off today. I got some male problems. Well, if you ain't getting no ass and no pussy, then that don't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me, Gary. If you got male problems, you go out there and buy a prostitute, man. I need you here, man. The mission come first. That's what he said to me. He told me, yo, man, and I ain't telling what problem issues I had. I could have had prostate problems, maybe. You know what I mean? I could have had prostate problems. I could have had some problems with my health. Maybe I needed to go get a colonoscopy. I didn't have to, in detail tell him what I was taking the day off for. I said, I got some male problems I need to take care of. Well, if you ain't getting no ass, that ain't my problem, G. You go get a prostitute out there in Kuwait. That's what he said. He never would have told a female that.
It's a double standard.
It's definitely a double standard. But I understand why. Because us as men, real talk, see, we look at sexual harassment as men on the job as a compliment.
True.
Huh?
True. Hey, you look nice in that suit.
No. I'm going to take it a step further. When I was in Kuwait, a female once told me, God damn, G, I like that bulge in your pants.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty far.
I like that bulge in your pants, G.
Yeah,
now, what am I supposed to? I'm offended.
No.
Oh God! I can't believe I'm writing you up.
If you are offended because you may have a significant other, you may have thought she was out of line. If you voice that concern, then you must be gay.
Right.
You must be a homosexual.
They throw that quick at you.
What? You don't like women?
Now I could have told her. Well, Miss Dow, that's it's unprofessional in the workplace to say something like that. But me with my ego, I'm gonna keep it 100. I was like, yeah. You don't want me to whip this mom style.
Yeah.
Don't let me.
The whole room.
Don't let me. If you like this bulge, baby girl, you should see when I whip this mom style. Because we play along.
Right.
We play along with it.
And to a man, it's flattering to a man.
It is flattering. We take it as flattery.
Yeah.
And we take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
And we move on.
Yeah.
We move on.
I don't think twice about it.
But let me have said.
No.
To Miss Jenkins.
Right.
Oh, Miss Jenkins, that Campbell toe. Woo. God damn, girl.
Right. you would have been written up, reprimanded, maybe suspended or terminated.
Maybe
or
suspended. Man, that's sexual harassment. That's a lawsuit. Come on. Come on.
By the way, we're trying to get a sponsorship from Pizza Hut, so we're eating
Awesome.
meat lovers.
Awesome.
You understand? Meat
Awesome.
lovers.
And we're promoting the Final Four as well.
And promoting the Final Four.
The Final Four as
Y'all
well.
see that? I don't want to spin my pizza out the box and shit, but look. The
Final Four, Pizza Hut.
Boom, Pizza Hut, right? Right? And trying to get that sponsorship from Heineken. You see that Heineken joint? You know what I'm saying? The cans were cheaper than the bottles, but it still tastes the same. It doesn't matter.
It still tastes the same.
Boom. But yeah.
Nice little, what we got right here is this alpha male food, conversation food.
Right.
Conversation drink.
Right.
To keep our interest going.
Right.
But to get back to the Me Too movement, now, here's what I got to say about that. Is when it all started, would you agree with Bill Cosby?
Well,
The
national press.
right.
Spotlight.
But the Harvey Weinstein,
That's years in the making.
the Harvey Weinstein, because white women was affected, this big phenomenon came from it. With these movements. When it was just black women, it was just gossip and finger pointing. But because it started happening to white women,
Then it became a national topic.
a world phenomenon. Because I believe you said on like over 100 and something countries Googled the Me Too movement.
Yeah, but somebody like Harvey Weinstein, that's been going on for so long as so much as when you have comedians who are hosting the Oscars, the Golden Globes,
Talks
the
about
SAG Awards over the years
Yeah.
would joke about it. Seth Meyers would
Yeah.
joke about it. Chris Rock would
Yeah.
joke about it.
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane
Yeah.
would joke about it.
Yeah.
So
Seth MacFarlane even talked about Kevin Spacey on Family Guy.
Right. So it wasn't new.
Right. But here's my thing. I'm going to play devil's advocate in this.
All right.
You have all these entertainers who rub elbows with Harvey. Females. Your Oprahs, your news people, your movie stars who never said nothing until it became fashionable to talk about
To
it.
say something about it.
They could have been blew the whistle. You know who I give credit to with all this? I give credit to, what's the kid's name who was friends with Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Corey Haim.
Not Corey Haim, Corey Feldman.
Yeah, Corey Feldman. Yeah.
Corey Feldman, a few years ago,
Been talking about it.
Corey Feldman
Been talking about it.
came on a Barbara Walters show and was calling out people.
Ain't nobody believe it.
And Barbara Walters said, do you know what you're saying? Do you know the careers you are about to destroy? Then he went on to say, he told the police, and guess what the police told him? Listen very carefully. This is what the police told him. We're not interested in those people. Right now, our point of interest is Michael Jackson. What can you tell us about Michael Jackson? He said, well, here's what I can tell you about him. He's definitely not a pedophile. I know what a pedophile is because I was molested. They said, well, maybe you don't understand your friend. They said, no. He said, no, you don't understand Michael Jackson because he's the only one who didn't do anything to me. Nobody wanted to hear him.
And you never heard that, though. You never heard
Nobody wanted to hear him. But now females are getting sexually abused and assaulted. And let me make this a point. Let me make this statement, which they should bring light to it. But why nobody brought light to it when Corey Feldman was talking about the allegations and the sexual abuse he went through as a child? Nobody wanted to hear his story. Matter of fact, Big C, they brushed him off as being almost like paranoia or maybe some type of mental health issue dealing with him. They brushed him off. They didn't take the boy serious at all.
I'm looking up Corey.
And like he said, the only person who didn't treat him in this manner was Michael Jackson.
But nobody wants to hear that.
Nobody wanted to hear that. Nobody wanted to hear about Michael Jackson not being a pedophile. So, and another issue with the Me Too movement is And I'm not trying to criminalize the victims, but where does the responsibility lie in the women?
Look, here it is. It says Corey Feldman is defending himself against critics of a new film project he hopes to produce that he said would expose several alleged predators in Hollywood.
Wow. He's getting ready.
Right.
He's getting ready to be along with Monique. God damn it. Him and Monique.
Look, it said the teen heartthrob turned executive producer sat down with ABC News' Amy Robach for an interview that aired today on Good Morning America. And this was January 4th, 2018.
Oh,
So he sat down to discuss his new Lifetime movie called A Tale of Two Coreys.
Wow. Interesting.
Says the bottom line is, I'm not an accuser, Feldman, 46 said. I am a victim and a survivor. I have done what I have done to try to help other people. It's true, but at the end of the day, I'm just a producer of the movie, and I want to expose alleged predators in Hollywood. Those that abuse me and those that abuse my childhood friend, Corey Haim, of course.
Who committed suicide.
There you go.
Did he commit suicide or OD'd on drugs?
I don't know, but it says Feldman said he told the police, exactly what you said. Feldman said he told the police about his abuse in 1993, but an investigation was never pursued. After apparently going missing for years, the recordings of Feldman's interview with police were recovered in December and turned over to the Los Angeles Police Department. He's now trying to have crowdfunding for his Truth campaign. That was 1993. No one listened to him. They just started listening to him in 2018.
Right. 1993?
1993 is when he came up with these allegations.
That's almost 30 years ago.
Yeah, and nobody listened.
Almost 30 years ago. Nobody wanted to hear what he had to say.
Right.
Wow. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Now, what were you saying about some of the women? What's their responsibility?
What are their responsibility? You know, like the story with Mike Tyson. Young lady comes to his hotel room, 2 in the morning. What are you coming to my hotel 2 in the morning for? You know, I had a situation where a young lady came to my house, got in the bed naked. Now, me as a man, come on, our desires are very strong.
And very.
Come on, you know, a girl, she gonna rub that thigh.
And simple.
Absolutely. She gonna rub that thigh, that thick ass thigh on my leg and start correct.
Then your penis gets hard and you're gonna want to fuck.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that was the intent or her intent by doing
Absolutely.
it.
Then I try to proceed with the sex and she shut it down. No, I'm good. I was like, wow. So if I was a gorilla,
you would have taken the pussy.
And proceeded,
you would have taken it.
Then I would have been accused of rape. Mike Tyson's situation, and according to Mike Tyson, she came upstairs 2 in the morning. They had sexual, relations, and because she wanted Mike Tyson to escort him downstairs, and he told her no. He shut her down. And Mike Tyson was like, man, I should have just walked it downstairs.
I remember.
That got him a rape charge. So I'm not saying all these women are lying. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of truth to it. But what was their role?
Okay, well, let's say in the case of Bill Cosby, if the woman who worked at Temple University, who came to his house while he was still married to Camille wasn't there, came in the evening, came and had some wine, Bill offered her 2 white pills, and she took them.
Right.
Without asking, what are these pills? Why are you giving these to me? Now, even it says on the back of a bottle of Tylenol, do not take with alcohol, but you're going to take 2 pills that you don't know what they consist of, drink it with wine, and you wake up in the morning, your pants are down, and your vagina's wet, and you
got semen on your panties and your chest.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Where is the woman's responsibility? We're not trying to
Was
say
she one of the accusers?
Yes.
Oh, she's dead wrong in that.
Yes.
Man. She put.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, we'll admit, Bill's a motherfucker for doing that, because as a star, you really don't have to drug a woman or give her Quaaludes or anything, ecstasy or anything to make her make her horny and hot, your stardom and wealth itself will do that.
Right, but it's not about the sex. It's about the control.
It's the
over
control.
The woman.
It's the control.
And when they're unconscious, you have complete control.
And
this is the sickness.
There is a sickness. It's a sickness. It's like wanting to have sex with a cadaver, because the woman is comatose, so she's not moving, she's not responding. Right. So you will have power and control, but it is a sickness. Now, if I have sex with a woman, I want her to be engaged, to be involved in the sex,
and to acting.
Suck on my nipples, rub
Right.
on my ass,
Right.
jerk my dick.
Right.
Absolutely. Don't sit there and just be limp. I mean, there's something wrong.
Like a cadaver.
Come on now.
Right, but
it's called necrophilia.
Yeah. Having sex.
It's like Jeffrey Dahmer or somebody having sex with John Wayne Gacy having sex with a cadaver.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something seriously wrong with Bill Cosby for doing that. But where is the woman's responsibility for coming over there? And I know she didn't ask for that to happen, but you're coming over and you're just taking some pills and drinking some wine.
You have no clue what they are.
You're there in the evening. You know his wife is not there. What in the hell are you doing?
You have no clue what these pills are.
But you take them and ingest them anyway.
Yeah, but they're crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy.
Come on now.
It is crazy. Big C, if I came to your house, you say, yo, Fred, man, you want some wine? Here, take these pills. I'm like, what are these?
Yeah, what are these?
The fuck I'm taking pills for?
Right.
I don't got a headache.
Come on now.
And you my boy.
Come on now.
Now, don't tell me these women are just so starstruck like a deer in the headlights where they just, okay.
No. Because these women are adults, and this is Bill Cosby after his prime. We're not talking about the Cosby Show. We're not talking about the dad or the stand-up comedian.
Yeah, we ain't talking about
with the fatherhood.
What's his name? Phil Huxtable. Heathcliff Huxtable.
Yeah, we're not talking about him. We're talking about
Heathcliff Huxtable.
After his prime.
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
Come on.
But he was doing these things before the show.
Yeah, he was doing it before the show, but
he was accused of a lot of these things in the 70s.
Yeah, but the allegations from this one woman is now.
Oh, of recent allegation?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Unbelievable. Yeah, Bill.
But just our point, our question is, responsibility lies on both sides. But where's a woman's responsibility when it comes to you wanting to be a star so much that you're willing to sacrifice your character, your integrity, your own morals? Now, Harvey Weinstein had a history. Everybody knew in Hollywood he was a predator.
A sexual predator.
But you're going to go up to his house, to his hotel room for a cold read of a script at 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night after having dinner with him.
Right.
We're not talking about hours where you can go to the studio.
Not at the studio.
In the hotel room.
Yeah.
And he whips his dick out, rubs it up against you, and you're appalled and you're nervous, and he just overpowered me. Come on now.
Yeah.
He was notorious for doing that.
That's his MO. And
it's well known in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's well known. But
you take the dinner, you go up to the room anyway.
Right. And to play devil's advocate, everybody in Hollywood know, but nobody spoke up for these guys.
Right.
Nobody spoke up. Everybody know.
It took Ashley Judd and these women to actually say something. And I know they reported it to the studio, but if he was notorious for doing this thing all these years, you knew it. No, Harvey, I'm not coming up there. You might ruin my career. You might give me an opportunity to blossom in the career. But no, I'm coming to the studio.
Right.
Doing business hours.
And let me say this, bro.
Come on now.
Before any allegations surface or controversy surface, there's always whispers. And these whispers go on for years.
The whispers were so loud, the comedians that hosted these award shows would make jokes about it.
They talked about this. On stage.
On stage, in front of millions of viewers.
Yes.
Not just the audience, millions of viewers, and nobody said anything.
Right.
Nobody did anything. They just laughed along with it.
So, like I said, I don't want to criminalize the victims. The casting couch in Hollywood is not a new thing.
It's old.
It's old. It's probably as old as Hollywood. And I believe a lot of times you could set yourself up for the fall. And I think a lot of these women set themselves up.
No, that was my point. Were your ambitions or your desires to be famous that great that you were willing to sacrifice your character, or your integrity, knowing that this might happen. There was a chance this might happen because this guy's known,
Absolutely.
but you still did it anyway.
Right. It brings back to me when I'm from New York and we used to frequent 42nd Street and see X-rated movies. Mm-hmm. And they had a movie that was so popular in the 70s called Deep Throat.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
I mean, people...
Linda Lovelace.
Linda Lovelace. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And as Linda Lovelace got older, had children, she said she was kidnapped and forced to do those things. You know, now I remember Linda Lovelace on the goddamn red carpet talking about the movie and all how
her Ron Jeremy.
Yes,
I've seen
all
those
of them.
Come on.
You know, Frank Sinatra going to see the movie and Bill Cosby with Sidney Poitier going to see the movie.
Yeah.
And everybody loved the movie, but now your mother, your ideas change what they should. You change because Linda Lovelace at 20 is not the same one at 45. But don't all of a sudden play the victim now. You know, because you have children old enough to see mommy swallowing a 12-inch cock, making a 12-inch cock disappear.
I think you need another Heineken.
A 12-inch mommy swallowing a 12-inch cock, making a 12-inch cock disappear, and now you're gonna tell your children, well, you know, mommy was kidnapped and beaten to do those things.
Fuck out of
now
here.
you're playing a victim.
Fuck out of here.
No, you know what I mean? It's just like, I'm not saying all of these women,
No,
but some of these women now partaked in the activities, partaked in the festivities and the parties, and now you want to play victim.